Hey guys, welcome once again to Caching in the Northwest. Now, this may be your first time tonight, but it's not for us. And this is the podcast from the birthplace of geocaching right here in the great Pacific Northwest. Now, it's Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And they call me Chris of the Northwest. And we're going to talk about geocaches and geocachers from here and all around the globe. So while you're still confused about what time it is or what time this podcast starts, we'll be caching in the Northwest.
Yes, indeedy. 7 Standard Time. Thank you very much. The way God intended clocks to run. I don't have any real strong feelings about it, but the clocks are back where they're supposed to be. Okay? Just saying.
I'm glad you don't have any strong feelings.
Yeah, no. I'm kind of ambivalent, but hey, it's great to see y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The chat's blowing up there. What? Yes. What?
Well, we're honest with you guys. I don't know what happened. The stream didn't go live when I thought it did. So we were, 8 minutes into the show, and people are saying, "Hey, we're not hearing anything."
Some of the best content that we've never.
I got to tell you, that was the best opening we've ever done. It's a shame you all missed it.
I know. So There you have it. And we'll get into this in a little bit, but we're going to be brutally honest. We don't have a guest yet for tonight. So we may have to pivot. And if there's this topic you guys want to talk about, now's a great time to start tossing that into the chat now that we're actually live on air and you can hear us.
Yeah. So maybe our guest also had clock issues. We don't know. But we're just glad that all of you are here. I'm glad all of you are here. I'm Wits End. It is Thursday night. It's time for our podcast, whether we have a guest or not. And hey, if you're new to the podcast, welcome. And there's a little bit of a catalog. You could go back and listen to some old episodes. Great for a long road trip. Great for insomnia, actually. You could just really catch up on all that. And you can play in really high speed. And Land Monkey will talk slowly like he likes to do, so he sounds normal at high speed. Sorry, that was my DMV voice.
I have heard this week that 4 times speed is just too fast.
Yeah.
2 times speed is doable for this podcast.
Okay. My podcast player is set at like 1.6. I can't quite do 2, but I think they're all different. At any rate, it's Thursday night. I'm Wits End. This is our podcast. We are glad all of you are here. We're glad that we're here finally. And we're going to talk about all kind of fun caching stuff tonight, whether we have a guest or not. But first, it's time to bring in our tacky, trackable tamarind. Some say he filters orange juice just for the pulp. And others say he spent the entire weekend trying on Speedos. All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
Yeah, that whole Speedo thing is, I think, Pulp Fiction. But
I see what you did there. And I didn't need to.
Right? And we'll just park that topic. Hey, a quick reminder that we appreciate the support of all you folks, everybody who joins us live for sure. And hey, give us a thumbs up because we're actually here now, and we figured out how to press go. We would appreciate that. If you're listening to this, the audio after the fact, then please give us a like or a
subscribe.
Sorry?
Like and subscribe.
But a review on your podcast player is what I was going for there. But also, for those who can and are willing to do so, we really, really appreciate the support of our patrons. You guys all help to keep this podcast coming each and every week, whether we start at 7 or 7:11 or whenever we start.
We started on time.
We actually did, folks. Just so you know, we started on time. You just weren't here.
The YouTube was broken.
But
we do over.
That's right. We mulliganed it. All right. Hey, thanks to Land Sharks, one of our corporate Denali level sponsors. If you're going out to a GIF event and you want to have the GIF coin, or hey, the Falsito coin, or any kind of swag, or your winter caching supplies, well, order them online today from landsharkz.ca. And if you are picking up a brand new company car that supports iOS and CarPlay, well, it won't work with Cachly yet. We field tested that for you. Jim did. But nevertheless, Cachly is your go-to geocaching app for iOS.
And when you get CarPlay for the first time, Cachly is your first go-to app to see if it's there.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. And you know what? Even if you can't use it on CarPlay, you can definitely use it offline to do those Delorme County maps, finish those challenges, find Cachly in the iOS App Store, or go to cachly.com. And our third and final corporate Denali level sponsor, well, that is the lovely little village of Valemount, where it is definitely sledding season now, because I saw Marcy posting pictures on Instagram of her in her sledding gear on her sled out having fun. So if you love to do that, or go snowshoeing or skiing or making snowmen, would you like to make a snowman? All of those activities you can do in Valemount.
It doesn't have to be a snowman.
Would you like to make a snow person? A snow dog?
Okay, bye.
Snow creature?
That was part of the song. It doesn't have to be a snowman.
Yeah.
There
True.
you go.
But yes, alongside nature's beauty, the vibrant village offers charm, unique geocaches, warm hospitality, unique cultural experiences. So whether you seek outdoor thrills, snowmen, or peaceful retreat, Valemount awaits you.
I should be really good at sledding, because at my stage of life, it's all downhill.
Oh, I don't think that's true. But folks, if you want to know more about supporting the show or helping Jim get back uphill, click the Patreon link on the cachingandw.com website.
I think Wits End just needs more funk.
Yes, we are at an unknown number of funk. That is true. It will remain a mystery for tonight.
Especially when you trip and fall caching. It's all downhill.
Oh,
yes.
Somebody has seen me go caching.
There were some comments earlier, why the podcast was late. Did you unplug it and plug it back in again?
Yes, that's right.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Usually works. Another common one is pressing the switch or button.
Well, there's that.
And it was an out of podcast experience.
Yes,
so, just to let you know, we're in brand new territory. We've not done this part of the podcast before.
That's true. We're out of our rehearsal now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Folks, I want to remind you about our Discord server. Head on over to the cachingandw.com website. Right there, you can click to join the Discord server. Once you've joined, you don't need to go back to the website, but it would be nice if you went back on occasion. But go in that Discord server. We've got chat going on there. Who knows at what hour of the night? So if you have trouble going to sleep and the podcast isn't doing it for you, maybe the Discord server will.
Can I give you a pro tip? If you're going to do that, make sure you go in and turn the notifications off on the Discord server. Unless you like getting those pings early in the morning. Although I think most of the folks are on a Pacific Northwest time zone. So it's
whatever time that may be.
But it's different for everyone. Yes.
That's right.
But yeah, it's a great community. It's a very supportive, positive community in there.
It really is.
Lots of different topics. So yeah, absolutely.
And with that, it's time for the glow.
Ooh.
And I'm going to ask you.
Hey, Chris, what is a glow?
Oh, well, CRS98 is going to ask you.
Nice.
The glow is the geocaching log of the week. See, look, you guys can be replaced by a simple loop recording.
Hey, Chris, what is a glow?
I think we knew that already.
Okay. No, that's not true. If it weren't for you two, the podcast probably wouldn't start on time. And again,
I'm not sure who noticed, but yeah.
Was getting all these, is YouTube not working? No, other things work on YouTube.
It was
There's
squirrels.
nothing
It
there.
was squirrel's fault.
Okay. It's time for the glow. That's the geocaching log of the week. So whether you read it or whether you wrote it, we want to hear about it because great logs simply make geocaching better. Now you can send an email. That's what everybody does. Or you could send a recording from your smartphone to feedback@cachingnw.com. You can call in. In fact, you guys should call in and make sure it's still working. Call into 253-693-TFTC and show us just how you glow.
Yes, indeed. And this glow says it was submitted by Canwow.
It's like a
Quinoa?
canoodling. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce CNW. It looks
I'd like to
oddly
buy a
familiar,
vowel,
though.
please.
Yeah. Anyway, it's from a cache called Nick Nolte's Private Diary. So, due to privacy laws, we cannot read this entry. No, that's not true. That's GC333. Kind of repetitive, but I like it. And the log was logged by Chickadee007. No word on whether Chickadee has a license to kill or not. The log says, I pretty much had the park to myself, save for a few songbirds and a very persistent robin who was digging for his lunch. It was fairly cool, but the sun shone through the lofty boughs, giving a soft glow to the salal and ferns below. I had no problems finding the cache, which was quite a relief as I've had some bad luck recently. The log was a little damp, but still took ink. Thanks for the lovely stroll through the park. Well, and thank you, Chickadee007, for logging that, and thanks to Canal for submitting it. Canoe. I don't know.
I don't either. And now I question many things in my life. Well,
you don't want to sell me the death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life. Now, we still don't have a guest. So,
any news?
We do have some news, but I think we're going to call this show #whatever. So pop things in the chat. We'll talk about them. Right?
Sounds good.
Houston, Texas Dave has already started.
Yeah.
So thank you much there. But, #whatever. And we're going to talk about it. We've also got some glows to read, but I would rather have a dialogue with you rather than a monologue for you to listen to.
Chris, question for you. If
please tell Lynn Monkey.
If someone's listening from the Massachusetts area, would it be #whatever?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, no T's.
Or R's. No hard R's. Okay.
Yeah, they pick up the R's and use them in the Midwest where they worse everything.
Thought the pirates stole them all.
You think the pirate's favorite letter be R, but it'd be the C. Okay. This comes from the geocaching blog. We've officially signed, sealed, and delivered World Postcard Day. This year, over 20,000 geocachers attended events around the world to celebrate their shared love of postcards and adventure. We looked through every event gallery and we were awestruck by the creative postcards, log sheets, and group photos. So there you go. How much fun is that?
Very good. That's awesome. That's great news.
It's a world of fun.
Yeah.
Yes. Over 20,000. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's so did you guys
same number of cache and monkey found last weekend?
Right.
Well, not quite, but close. Did you guys get out last weekend? Get some caching?
I did not.
I had to look. No, I missed postcard day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when did I last find a cache? It's been a while. I did go out looking recently, but yeah, I haven't done anything since the I don't know. Too long.
Well, but you got something coming up very soon, don't you?
There's an event tomorrow night. If anybody's in the Tri-Cities, come on by.
Or
Watch
you
the
want to
film.
be in the
Have some
Tri-Cities.
popcorn. You could sign this.
That's so cool.
Ooh. And scene.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh wait, if it's at the end of the scene, it has to be a tail clap.
There you go. Well, actually, that means we can start now, right? We can start the podcast.
Brian Lane got Postcard Day.
Oh,
Very
good for
good.
you.
Brian Lane got Earth Cache Day.
Oh man.
Brian Lane got Adventure Day.
Now he's just showing off.
Next up, Gudgift Day.
Yes. Good,
That
Jeff.
can be as early as tomorrow.
Is that, yeah. Well, yes. Yeah, I was going to say, is that when it starts? Of course, yes.
I think it actually starts today.
Is today the
Was it?
first time they, well, I think they do that because like around the world,
Right.
like Australia,
Sure.
etc., is a little bit ahead, right? So you want to
And upside down.
end upside down, which is why Jim held the clapboard upside down tonight.
Mhm.
That's right. Yeah.
Too funny. Okay.
So
It's pronounced GIFF.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Is it so we have to just spell out the letters now?
Gastrointestinal Fun Friday. But anyway, there's my event code if you'd like.
I don't think I want to guess.
It usually happens after Taco Tuesday.
That's right.
Okay, yes, there's your event. So if folks think they might be in and around the Tri-Cities area, or hey, just want to make an adventure of it and come on out to the Tri-Cities area.
Road trip.
Yeah.
Is that GC Birthday for Everyone 8?
It's sure.
It's sure.
I've been reading it as Bravo Delta Iron 8. But
I see what you did there. Okay. Yeah. What else do you got, Chris? You want to?
Well, I think we ought to go and read a couple of longer glows.
Sure,
what's
let's
a
do
glow?
that.
Fill those in, right?
what is a glow?
Hey, Chris, what is a glow?
Well, thank you for asking.
Oh, sure.
All
I'm
of-
not good enough. You have to pull up the RS-98's recording. I see how it is.
Chris,
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
a glow?
We know where we rate. That's
Yeah.
fine.
have you
We're in
sent
behind
it?
CRS 98.
You know, that might be fun. Everybody send in a recording or call in on the line. That's 253-693-TFTC. Go ahead and tell us. Ask me, what is a glow? And maybe we'll start to play those on a regular basis.
So,
But wits end, do you remember doing a cache called Claustrophobia right here in our wonderful town of Tacoma?
I've done that cache. I remember that cache. Yes.
This one is from Waterman HQ, which was something or somebody that was just on this podcast not too long ago.
yeah.
Now, this is from about a year ago, but nonetheless, it's an epic geocache. She starts off saying, oh boy, this was a journey. The Waterman fam headed to the Great Wolf Lodge this weekend. A detour on the way brought us to the webcam in Morton, then up to Tacoma. It was a perfect 80-degree day. My plan was to find this virtual, then an oldie traditional. Well, Seattle Cam saw a D5 T4.5 nearby on the map and wanted to check it out. I would never approach this difficulty rating, but when we checked the tide chart and it said low, I was swayed to do it. When we reached ground zero, Seattle Cam tried to scamper down the steep terrain to the culvert. Should we give a little detail of where this is?
Go for it.
I was going to say, I've got a visual for
Oh, do you have one?
the viewing audience. I was just trying to pull it up here in time. Yeah. This is a photo of the entrance to where that cache is found. And on the right side is a picture at high tide and a picture at low tide.
And that makes a difference.
There's a big difference there. Yes.
That is a big difference.
So you could go get it at high tide, but you're going to need special equipment.
Like
Because it's
scuba
not
gear?
just inside the opening. It's
No.
in there quite a ways.
It's in there quite a ways, yeah.
I'm-
So She says, Seattle Cam tried to scamper down the steep terrain to the culvert, but I put a quick stop to that. Looking at the water level, I'm wondering if we read the wrong tide chart. I wasn't interested in pursuing it, but the kids were cheering me on. So I slowly made my way down the hill. Also, I was fully clothed and wearing flip-flops, which yay for fully clothed, boo for flip-flops while caching. I'm just throwing that in there, my own interpretation, which I do not recommend for future finders. I'm glad it was a warm day because the water was not. It was up to my waist, and I used my mini flashlight to find the container. I was triumphant once I found it, until it wouldn't open. When I came out of the tunnel holding the container, a port worker wearing a construction vest was standing next to my kids. I froze and then said hello awkwardly. He was trying to stifle laughter and asked what I was doing. Turns out he was called to the culvert to investigate a possible petroleum leak. I assured him I didn't notice any signs of petroleum. Then I asked him if it's okay to take my photo as evidence that Then he asked if it was okay to take my photo as evidence that he indeed did his job. So there's probably
or delegated his job,
Right?
So there's probably a photo of me holding the cache on a local government website somewhere. Once the worker left, I brought the container back up to the kids and we asked a bystander to give it a try, but it wouldn't budge. After reviewing previous activity, I noticed the last finders couldn't open it either, which made me feel a little bit better. I've attached a photo taken by Seattle Cam of me holding the container. Does it look like low tide to you? Anyway, thanks for an unexpected adventure today. I was happy to get home to dry clothes after this one.
That's great. Yeah, this is a picture of the container and how far inside the culvert you are.
Oh, that's the
it's
opening. It's
yeah,
way in there.
It's in there quite a ways.
And that's a lot of barnacles.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And don't lose your balance because those barnacles are sharp.
Yes.
If you
Yeah.
slide your hands along the side.
That's true.
Yeah, even on a bright day, like you can see that, bright tunnel of light there.
Yeah.
After you find the cache, then you move towards the light.
That's right.
I'm trying to tell, how is that? Is that magnetically attached?
I don't remember.
I want to say it was a hook of some sort.
Yeah, there's
Crazy.
some metal attachment point there.
But you need a flashlight.
Yeah.
Even though it's bright outside, you go, you're walking into this 4-foot tall culvert and it's dark. So, and you can easily walk right by it.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I can't tell. I'm trying to look at the photo up close. I can't tell if there was.
Oh, yeah. There is a carabiner there.
Yeah, some kind of a container there, or a attachment point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
So-
screw.
Good eyes, Brian.
Yep. Heather said, "Oh, I made a point of finding this one first on my way home to Beaverton from Everett. I did the research to know about low tide on a Saturday morning.
Well played.
It's impossible at high tide. Well, it's not impossible if you have scuba gear and you're trained. And I would not try to go scuba into a culvert. It doesn't sound safe.
No. Oh, hey, we
no.
got it.
Cash Crikey is late.
Cash Cranky, don't worry about it. That's how we're rolling tonight.
That's
We
right.
were too, Cash Crikey. We were too.
Everyone is.
Land Monkey, you said I know one lackey who would disagree with my position on flip-flops.
Yes. There's one lackey who is famous for caching in flip-flops.
Oh, Heather says the water was 10 feet below the pipe.
Oh, wow. That's really low tide.
Wow.
Well planned.
When Wits End and I did it, there was a little bit, you could see in the picture, a little bit of water in the middle of the pipe. You could easily straddle it and walk through there without getting wet.
That's cool.
Yeah, I brought my tall boots just in case, but I didn't need them on that one.
and they wouldn't have helped you on the time
I was
before.
going to say when the tide's in, it wouldn't
Wouldn't have
matter.
helped that time at all.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy, eh?
Keats wants to know whose bright idea was to hide a cache in there.
I think it's whose cache
I
is
was
that
going to
again?
say that's a patron of the show that put
Yes.
that cache there. They have a whole Fear This series in Tacoma.
Right. Okay. I thought that's who it was. Okay.
So, Team Noltex.
Team Noltex. There you
They
go.
have one at a local clown store. So if you fear clowns,
Colrophobia, as I recall. Yes.
see that one I couldn't remember at all.
I
They
have one
just
on a
does
very high bridge of,
Yes.
acrophobia. So
Yeah.
yeah,
They had a whole bunch of them, and if you have that fear, well, this is a very difficult cache for you. If
Yeah.
you don't, then it's somewhat
it's a lot
easy.
easier, yeah.
It's
I
kind of
like
like going to an island in the middle of a reservoir, right? If you go when the reservoir is full, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
But if you go and park in the middle of the reservoir in the summer, it's very easy to get there.
It's an easy little walk. Yeah.
Imagine that
Well, I feel like we've seen that somewhere before.
somewhere. Hard to say.
Indeed. All right. So yeah, Cache Crikey, don't worry about it. It's all good. We're having a bit of an informal chat tonight. Just for the record, I haven't had any messages from our guest. I did email them back and let them know that they're missed, and we'll be happy to reschedule them another time.
Yeah. And these things happen, right? People have lives.
Yeah, life
And,
comes up.
yeah. I mean, we're not bitter. We understand this happens. Luckily, I hold a couple of glows aside for just such an emergency.
I think the only thing we're bitter about is the time change. If I am following what happened
Obviously.
at the beginning of the podcast.
Let's see. Okay, I was looking through the logs. Sorry, it took me a while. This is share this tab. This is Waterman HQ
Ah,
and her post at that cache. So we'll fight for it. There you go.
oh wow, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
she
yeah.
is pretty steep in there, isn't
The
she?
water's a little deeper than when I found it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No wonder the city worker was looking at her like she's nuts.
What are you doing?
Crazy. That's crazy. Oh, that's hilarious.
But she's got it. And I did notice that not long after this, there was a owner maintenance container threads have been cleaned and it opens easily. So way to
Nice.
go, Team Noltex.
Good maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that actually, that part of it was interesting because I came across a cache this past weekend that was absolutely rusted solid shut, and we were, not close to home, didn't have tools to unscrew or anything with it. So that's a tricky one. But I'm kind of curious what our audience thinks. Like, is that then a DNF, or do you still do a photo log of like, well, here's the container in my hand, but couldn't open it, needs maintenance. What do people do if you can't open the cache? I'm curious what people's like. If I'm assuming not like it's a tricky puzzle cache, like you just couldn't figure it out.
Exactly.
But it's like
But you can't get the container open.
it's like a magnetic bolt cache, and it's rusted solid.
Yeah.
Say.
Caching Can't says photo log. I'm okay with that, right? I'm going to hold the container in my hand, showing you that I found it. But I couldn't. Oh, I believe this is J-Car. He says DNF.
Interesting.
Because if you can't put ink on the log, you didn't find it.
And I get it. If it's a puzzle, like a field puzzle, and you couldn't figure out your way in there, then that's definitely a DNF.
Isn't that a type of field puzzle when you can't get the container open?
when the container's rusted shut, I suppose.
Yeah, GSM times 2 says in hand and won't open. I'd log it as a find.
Yeah.
And I
I
think
do.
what you were saying, Chris, about showing that, container in hand, I can prove it. Because otherwise, as somebody said here, the photo finds are extremely vague. They can be.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, you don't want to give away the location, but you
No.
want to show clearly, like Waterman HQ did in that photo, right? She clearly showed
Yeah.
that she had the
Yeah.
container
Yeah.
without giving away its location and, well, the swim in and out. Um,
Bring up Brian's. I think this is a good point here. It says many years ago, I found one that was rusted shut. CO granted permission to log it. So I think there's right there is the key. Is you basically you leave it up to the CO, and that's what I do. Is I will do a here is your rusted bolt in my hand. I have been trying. I cannot get this open. If you want, and I'll usually say like if you want me to delete the log, I'll delete the log.
Yeah.
But I would like to log it. So,
and if your photo would be too much of a spoiler, you can always contact the CO directly without posting a log of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I think you guys have hit it. Communication is the key. You can write to the owner if you don't want to put it in a log, or write in the log, hey, I found the container. I just can't get this sucker open. I've tried. Keats says, meh, as a CO, I would accept a photo log. If you prove to me that you physically found it, then you get the fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would be specific to a cache that is rusted or cross-threaded, or for some reason it's just like no way that's opening and it needs maintenance. And on that note, I got to say there's a local cacher here. I have a metal bolt cache nearby. And those things that over time they rust and then they're a real bugger to get open. Sorry, I got distracted by Dave's comment, which I agree with what he's saying. I get his point, but we'll get to that in a sec. I'll finish my story. Local cacher here, who went to find that cache of mine, messaged and said, "Oh man, it's rusted shut." But he didn't leave it at that. He said, "So I live nearby, so I took it home. I put some 3-in-1 oil on it. I got it open.
Nice.
I'll replace your log sheet and put it back." I'm like, "Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you."
Would you go find my caches too and do maintenance on them for me?
Right. Exactly. So that was pretty impressive. That was pretty awesome. That and I don't expect that, obviously. And I don't think any cache owner should expect somebody to do that much maintenance. But when somebody does go that extra mile, it makes you feel good.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Keith says, yeah, if you didn't bring a pen, that's on you. Right? If you go and say, "Oh, I forgot a pen, so here, I'm logging this with a photo because I have my phone but no pen."
That you got blood.
Yeah, exactly. A stick and a green leaf.
I've done that.
Yep.
If you're desperate enough, you can be creative enough. You can somehow get your initials on the log sheet.
Yep.
But yeah, Dave's comment was no container or log, just a photo in the culvert, and that's what he wouldn't accept. And
he was saying I was referring to the fines in my above GC there. So that's when he said that they were vague.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
And he said people are just saying no container log, just a photo of the culvert. So
yeah, I wouldn't accept that either. I don't think.
Yeah, no. If you just took a photo of the culvert and said, "Hey, I was here," I couldn't get the container open. You didn't show me the container.
Yeah.
Heather says in this weather, the rain we're having lately, fence post caps are very difficult to get off. I was able to tap 2 of them loose with a nearby rock, and sometimes you got to do that for sure. Yeah, that doesn't look suspicious at all.
No.
Bang, bang.
But change of weather, that's a big one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so we're coming up in the cold months. We're already in the dark months. Now we're adding cold soon. So if a cache is frozen shut and you can't get it open, I don't know. Do you accept a picture log on that one? I prefer not to destroy the container to get it open if it's frozen shut.
No, I mean, if it, thanks, Brian. No, if it's frozen shut, then I work my way to get at the log. Like it,
take it back to the car. Yeah.
Or it's a DNF, right? Like I think frozen, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's like really extreme circumstances, but I'm thinking like the degree of frozen we get around here in the Pacific Northwest.
Right.
You can work around that.
Fear the Tuba says, I fear there's a trend among new cachers to not sign logs.
Could be.
that's unfortunate because that is actually the rules of the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, it's
So
part
Yeah,
of the game.
exactly.
I would support COs who want to say sorry, like no signy, no findy. I mean, yeah.
Let's see.
What else you got?
Well,
Oh, there was one about a tree falling on an ammo can earlier. Pull that one up. That was interesting.
So this one is by Alondro.
Okay.
Go ahead, Land Monkey.
Sure. So Alondro says, I once found a cache by Fledermaus that was an ammo can that had been flattened by a fallen tree. The log was a solid mass of paper, a quarter inch thick.
Wow.
it the log that fell on the can or the log that was in the can?
Yeah, probably both. But yeah, wow. That's crazy. I'm wondering how you even got at the ammo can.
Yeah.
There, but yeah, I mean, but again, like even in that case, like even if the log is like a solid mass of paper, you can probably sign that mass of paper, right? Like
Exactly. And then take a picture and say, hey, by the way, you might
you
want
needed to do
do a
some
little
maintenance.
It
maintenance.
needs maintenance for sure.
Oh, too
Take-
funny.
Took it home, pumped the ammo can back into shape, replaced the rubber seal, and
I had an
welded the
air
seams.
compressor with me that I
Yeah.
could just reinflate the ammo can.
There you go. Oh, it says I used a stick as a lever. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. Crazy.
Um,
Good for
The-
him.
yeah,
Oh,
I had a
top.
fence post full of water frozen in and couldn't retrieve the container. Yeah. What about some of these caches you have to pour water in? And now, when it
Come-
freezes,
Come back in the
you're
spring.
not going to get that one out.
Come back in the spring. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you know what? If it's something that, or I mean, heck, if it's one that's in a pond or a small lake and it's a water cache and it's under the water, I guess you'll have you can't just say, well, I'm at the pond, I'm calling this a fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, like, you can, but
Right.
expect the CO to delete your logs.
Yeah.
Seasonal cache. There you go.
Cash Crikey says, I was showing my friend geocaching and I said to him, you need to sign the log. He just signed it online. See, there's a little bit of etiquette that goes with the new caches. And I think the geocaching, the official app, does a good job of leading people through. Oh, you just found a cache. You just got a letter.
Yeah. Wonder who it's from.
Okay, Steve.
Okay. Wits End. This one's for you.
Caching Can says, I am a more forgiving CO. Wet log, stuck container, any of that. I'll usually let you log a find, assuming you show good intent and faith for finding the cache and playing the game the correct way.
There you go.
So
Good for
comes
you.
back to communication or some words
Yeah.
to that effect.
Whatever. Talky stuff.
Whatever talky stuff. Yeah.
But I think that's a good
Wow.
point. And I think that's the point we're ultimately making is it's the CO's call.
Yeah.
It's their cache, it's their call within the guidelines of the game. Like if they're gonna be a ridiculous stickler about something, I guess you can try and go to HQ. I don't
Maybe you got carried back 3 yards, but we'll give you forward progress.
know. There you go.
Here, Heather was recently on Oahu, hiked up to the top of Coco Crater. Coco, that chimp's all right. I wasn't planning to go up there at all. Not prepared. I got all the way up there with no pen. I had asked several people if they had a pen to sign the log. Finally, a lady from India had one. I wasn't going down without signing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. Lucky.
Yeah. Cash Crikey says, I've signed logs before when the cache was full of rusty brown water and the paper was non-existent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are still ways you can do it.
Well, and I don't expect people to do maintenance on other people's caches, but it's not a bad idea to carry a bit of Right in the Rain paper on you.
Sure.
And if the log is, especially in the Pacific Northwest this time of year, because if the log is mush, then you know what? You can just replace a little bit of paper in there with your name on it.
You can add to the future mush.
Yeah, exactly. But then you have signed a log sheet in the cache and you are compliant with all rules.
Mhm.
Mush you huskies.
Yes.
We can go on and ask about people. Do they add log sheets? Do they carry extra, I don't want to say cache repair items with them, but at least you carry extra log sheets. I have strips of Write in the Rain paper that I got from HQ. All the lackeys at HQ went and visited Write in the Rain, and they gave them thousands of these long strips
Oh, nice.
of Write in the Rain paper, which are really great just to stuff in a log or in a
Yeah.
cache. So
Mhm.
cache
Cache
crikey,
crikey.
guys.
Yeah. They can. Oh, sorry.
Cache crikey. Now that you've said that, you've got to tell us what you carry.
There you go. And
Why are none of the caches near me using waterproof paper?
Yeah,
Right?
he does.
That's a good one.
education.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few. Heather says she carries Write in the Rain paper to add to cache. I try and remember to. I don't always, but here you go.
Caching cans, I will add extra paper if I have some with me and remember to do so. Yeah. Write in the Rain paper.
Very good.
Dave, is this Dave? You're gonna have to tell us your geocaching name, unless it's DAS 929, which it could very well be.
Might be.
I had a CO delete a log in Las Vegas because I forgot to include a paper with my geo name on it. My fault, not theirs.
Oh, if that's the.
Like take a
I think
picture.
he says later it was a virtual. He says a little bit later. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean if that's the requirement for the virtual, then yeah, I get it. It's his fault, not theirs, because that's what they asked for.
I almost asked this question. So Fear the Tubas, thank you. We're on the same wavelength. I see you. Do you take out and discard the old moldy log sheets when you replace them?
If it's a micro, I usually will, because most cache owners don't care about old
Right.
micro logs. But if it's a larger cache, I just add to it.
Well, yes, I will take them out because in my thinking, if I add clean paper to the wet paper that's in there, the water's just going to soak into the new paper and it's going to get everything wet. So I take it out and tell them, hey, I've got it here. If you want it, I can mail it to you. We can agree to meet up. I've never had anybody take me up on the offer, but I know there are people who keep their signed logs. Yes, I have every log that I ever put in my cache. I kept it.
There you go. Wet Coaster does the same.
Yep.
I have done that, but I got to a point where, like you, Chris, like I would ask people and never, ever did they want them.
Yeah.
So I just got to the point where like, okay, nobody wants these. It's like, I wouldn't want it. It's just the pulp of tiny pulp out of a nano of paper. Like, yeah.
Okay. I remember early on.
Yes.
Going to events and, I asked this question and people go, oh, I take it back to my car, turn on the defroster on high and put it on my dashboard for a few minutes to dry it out. I'm like, why would anybody ever do that? But okay, great. That is really committed. Thank you. I'm
very thoughtful.
It depends on how far, if it's a park and grab. Yeah. If it's a mile hike, no, I'm not doing that. So,
yeah.
Oh, did you see this? This is for you, Land Monkey.
All right. So one of our Denali level corporate sponsors, Land Sharks, getting a little plug here. Wet Coaster says, I picked up some Write in the Rain strips last time I was at the Land Sharks store. They're in a basket on the counter. Take as many as you want. Well, maybe I'll say take some, leave some for others.
Yeah.
Sounds like Land Sharks was printing up new Write in the Rain logs and trimmed off the extra.
Yeah, it could be, but good for them. That's awesome.
Caching Can't says, Chris, I got a bunch from geocaches talking about these long strips of the Write in the Rain. They said they went on a tour in the Write in the Rain factory and had all those strips in the trash. So she stuffed a trash bag.
Nice.
Awesome. Way to go, geocaches. I love it.
Yeah, the lackeys were handing these out in big fistfuls. Here, take these. I don't know what to do with them all.
Well, that's thoughtful though, right?
Right.
It's a gift that gives again.
Mhm.
Um,
BC Rock Crawler says, I tried to carry a specific blue towel for drying out cache containers.
As one does.
I wonder if it's got a J on it. You know, a blue J with a blue towel. I'm just
there you go.
guessing there.
I was wondering if you meant like those what are they called? It's not a chamois, but those
Microfiber.
microfiber. Yeah.
Mm.
I keep one in my car. It's great for wiping down the dash, any little spill.
Yeah.
I had it fall out the other day on a heavy rain, and as soon as it hit the pavement, it soaked up all the water around it. It was like 3 pounds to pick this thing back up.
And here's what I was waiting for. I hope your fruit always has their towel with them.
Indeed. Yes.
And a babblefish.
And a babblefish.
All right.
Wet Coaster says, we bring the old wet log sheets home and ask the CO if they want them when they dry out.
Yeah. Dave says,
Go ahead.
oh, that was a good one too. But Dave says, drying out wet log sheets in your car always smells great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, doesn't it?
Too funny. Too funny. What was the one you had brought up there, Chris? What did you have there?
Fear the tubas.
Remember back in the day when we put detailed messages in the logbooks?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I love going to find some of these old caches,
Yeah.
right? And the original logbook in there, and it's a notebook like, an 1.5 inches thick, right? And you
every
look,
page is a story. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Each log entry is about a page long of, hey, here's what I, took to get up here today. But
Very cool.
that's great.
Very cool. Well, geez, Chris, I'm looking at the time, and
Yeah.
I think we managed to fill an episode in an unplanned manner. So I had a great conversation.
Yeah. Some of it twice.
Yeah, at least the first part.
It was so nice. We did
it twice.
One more. Here. One idea with old log sheets that are cramming the container is to remove them, take photos, include the photos in the log, and then offer to get the logs if they want them.
Oh, wow.
Have you? That's not a bad idea. I mean, I've come up to caches where it's really hard to get the lid closed again because there's so many little pieces of paper people have stuffed in there. Cash Crikey goes, how did the stream have anything to do with path tags? Well, Cash Crikey, we were supposed to have a guest to talk about path tags tonight, but something's happened. We didn't. So we pivoted, and we're not done with this topic. We're going to bring up path tags again and come back. So
we'll reschedule for with that guest for another night.
It's kind of like an hour-long after show.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah,
it has been. So I enjoyed it. Good times.
I'm going to have to rename the episode when we're done here.
Yeah, don't forget to do that for
Yeah.
sure. Otherwise, that'll be very misleading for people. All right. Well, I would like to take a moment to thank Landsharks Cashly and Tourism Valemount, our corporate and Nolly level sponsors. LANDSHARKZ.ca is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store, where they also have offcuts of log sheets to pick up on the counter.
Right.
Check them out online, and if you go to the store, get some spare micro log sheets, and they ship those online orders daily. Cashly is the geocaching app for iOS, so go to cashly.com, download that app today if you're not using it already. And whether you're seeking outdoor thrills or just a peaceful retreat, Valemount awaits you. Don't you feel special now?
I do, because
so
of
much.
them, they're waiting for me. I feel
Mhm.
guilty. Like, you know what? I should be going there.
I'm
really
feeling the funk.
And get your fun.
I can sled with some funk.
I bet you can.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we also want to thank our faithful Denali level supporters, of course, Landsharks, Cashly, and Tourism Valemount, but also Cool Cow Cachers, and Hawaiian Maile. And folks, if you want to know more about supporting this show, make sure to click the Patreon link on the cachingandw.com website.
That's right. And we're going to start off with a tasty, nutritious geocaching snack, gas station tuna.
No, just no. Lovely person. I don't want to have that. How about some green words?
Indeed. And Antaeus,
Gundark 2000.
Ackerdock.
Kid Vegas 19,
M-Nerve.
The only lackey we know with an entire trash bag full of right in the rain cutoffs, geocaches.
B Pendragon,
Korsgat.
You, Dak.
BC Rockcrawler,
Kitty Quest.
Genies.
Keats 94,
You Talks to Rocks.
Trexer.
Seebeck Tribe.
Just Carlo.
Log work. Now, there's some good logs.
Yes, indeed. The LG 9000.
Wet Coaster.
Hey, Chris, what is a glow?
CRS 98.
GSM ×2.
Whidbey Island Gal.
Boomer 365.
Well done. Well done. Limax.
Doramore.
Geobirder.
Subway Mark.
Butterfly Girl.
Flagman.
J-Car.
The hider of that Fear This series, Team Noltex.
A very gracious CO caching cans.
And the Camp Clan.
Because I missed that one. Thank
Yep.
you.
NW Cats.
Alondro and his many YouTube names.
Indeed. Peach of Washington.
Skyhawker.
Terrible tease.
Lost Ken.
Geo Karen.
Geo Nav Pro.
Railroad.
Sprouter.
How come I always get this one? Alan.
And Jafau, or Just Finding Our Way.
And here's just Carlo, just in time for the after show. Don't worry, we can replay the whole thing again.
Yeah, Carlo, good news. The whole episode's been an after show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, folks, thanks for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Your support helps keep the quality shows coming. If you like the show, please click on the Patreon link on the cachingandw.com website. Better yet, share your ideas for things we can talk about, because it happens sometimes. If you like the vibe, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a review. If you were in a restaurant, you would tip. If you were in a live audience, you would clap. If you were in Valemount, you would go sledding. But since you're on a podcast, leave us a free, fast, fabulous, fantastic 5-star review. And of course, you can call into 253-693-TFTC. I almost muffed it there, but I got it. And leave us a comment, ask us a question, or say hi at any GIF event, any time of the day or night. And of course, you can email us at feedback@cachingandw.com. Join us every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a live show and chat, unless we're back in daylight saving time. This show is produced by Chris Umfenauer, Jim Paulwitz, Jay Kennedy, and Brian Lang. It's licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2025 by Chris Umfenauer. And folks, I ask you to stay tuned for
The After Show.
just kind of what we've been doing.
Yeah.
It kind of has. There was a great comment from Fear the Tubas earlier that I had popped up on the screen while we were reading the names. And Fear the Tuba says, I think Right in the Rain should be sponsors of the show as well. And I could not agree more. So yeah, Right in the Rain, you really should sponsor.
Yeah.
This
And they're right here in the Northwest.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Like, come on. What's going on, man?
Welcome to After Show number 2.
That's right. Where
I
the
think
fun
we
just-
interviewed somebody
company.
from Right in the Rain
Many years ago.
way back in the early
Oh,
shows.
yes.
Yeah, that's in the first 100, maybe?
I think
First
so.
200. It's funny sometimes to think that we're like
See?
almost 650 episodes in.
You know, folks, I thank you. Thank you for saying we did a great show. It was fun. We spent a lot of time getting our guests lined up, getting our topics chosen. And it's funny. I get more feedback from, a show like this where we just kind of put things together quickly at the last minute, or literally at the last minute.
Or
And
later.
so
Yeah.
much so that, we did it again. And it's all because of you guys. Thank you for your input. You kept this show going, and I certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, great
This
live
was
audience.
a good show. Yeah.
Yeah, great
It's
live
the
audience.
after
The
show.
after show. Yeah. Great live audience for sure.
Yep.
And also just, frankly, on a personal note, I just really enjoyed talking to you guys. So
I love to make this a dialogue rather than just a monologue. Here, listen to what I have to say.
Yeah.
Let's get your input.
Well, and speaking of lining up guests, do we want to plug any upcoming shows?
yeah, what else do we got? Well, next week we've got a really cool one coming up. We've got Brian Roth from Geocaching HQ is going to be joining us again.
I've heard
But
of
he's
him.
starting to catch up with Rock Chalk for
Right.
Returning guest status. But he's going to be coming on to talk about treasures. Now we've talked about treasures before when they first came out, kind of what they are, but they've had a bit of an evolution, some continual service improvement, as those of us in the IT industry might say. But it's going to be a fun chat. He has been going through the questions, I know, because I got some feedback from him. So it's great. And I mean, anytime we have Brian on the podcast, he's just such a fun guy to talk to. So.
Yeah. Very gracious.
Very gracious, even with an echo.
Yeah. The infamous echo.
So that is next week, November 13th. November 20th, we are talking with a lobotomy.
Ooh.
Subject, victim, patient,
Hopefully not.
geocacher named lobotomy. And by the time we do this episode, he will have cached in all 50 states. And we're going to find out exactly how he did it.
I'm curious how many provinces he's cached in.
Ooh. There's less than 50 provinces.
There are definitely less than 50 provinces.
There are fewer, yes.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that episode. We've had lobotomy on before, a great guest. And wow, that is quite the accomplishment to get to all 50 states.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe his goal was to get to all 50 states before he turned 50.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
neat.
think that was the goal. Yeah.
Kind of neat. First week of December, we are talking with the folks that are putting on Bamarama. I keep wanting to say Bananarama.
Well, I'm definitely going to say that during the episode.
Yeah, Bananarama. Bamarama, that is B Hut 1 and C Michelle.
Have you had a chance to confirm with them yet, Chris?
Not since we put this on the calendar. I'll reach out to them.
It's if it's not in bold font, then it means we haven't confirmed with them.
Oh, how about that?
Little peek behind the curtain.
I'll reach out and talk to them because I met them at I met B Hut 1 at a geocache in West Virginia.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, this is Land Monkey's workflow, just being exposed a little bit here.
And folks, since we've got a little moment, let me tell you, December 25th is a Thursday. That's Christmas. We're going to take that night off. So
I think we've earned it.
Plan ahead.
U.S. Thanksgiving is also a Thursday.
Yes. Will there be a show on Thanksgiving? Yes. At least I will be here. I think Land Monkey will be here.
I will be here.
I have some family commitments that I'm not sure I can make the podcast work, but
no worries.
We'll
family is more important. So,
and because this is a guest room when I have family here, so
yes, there's that.
I'm not committing to a topic yet. Maybe we can fit flash tags and path tags back in on that time.
Perhaps.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. With whatever's gone on in their lives, if they're available again, that'd be great. So yeah.
Thanksgiving was on a Monday. Was West Coaster.
I said U.S. Thanksgiving.
You did
something for Canadian Thanksgiving this year. Did we do anything on Canadian Thanksgiving? It was on a Saturday, right? Is it always a weekend?
No, it's always a Monday.
It is always a Monday. Okay.
and I don't know. I can't remember if we did anything special for that. I don't think we did, but it's also also always lines up with International Earth Cache Week. So what we did do
Weekend, not
or
week.
weekend,
You're
yes,
really pushing now, aren't you?
we're gonna
Now
push
you want the
again.
entire week. It was a day that wasn't enough. You wanted a
That's
week.
right.
Now you're pushing for a week.
International Earth Cache Month. Yes, and yes, GSM times 2. That is Chris's Christmas gift to all of us. No show. You get a day off from us.
GSM times 2. Your words hurt. No show. That's a gift.
Too funny.
There you go. Fear the Tubas. Canadian Thanksgiving is Earth Cache weekend. That's all we know it as here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Too much fun. Folks, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this live chat. This was a lot of fun.
It was.
And you know what?
What?
We'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
But until then, get out. Try to stay dry and get caching in the North.